Miami FC Broadcast Network. Carter Krishnar along with Coach Paul Dalglish. Coach, 2-2 draw against Atlanta SC. Hard game, a match ultimately in which we rotated a lot of guys. Gave some of the new players a chance. Molesi gets his first start. Schenfeld, who started last week, gets to play second match. And Bryant gets his first ever appearance with Miami FC. 2-2 draw. Atlanta, a different team than we had seen a few weeks ago on film, right? We haven't played them yet. Yeah, no, they were good. I think that first half, they probably deserved a little bit more. You know, we came in ahead at half time, but in all honesty, they were probably the better team in the first half. We made some adjustments in the second half, and I thought we were good in the second half. I thought we controlled the game. We created a lot of chances. We didn't take as many of them as we'd liked. But I've been in football for a long time. That's one of the fastest teams I've ever come up across, and they were so dangerous in transition. You know, we respect them a lot, and we're looking forward to going and playing them again next week, because it was a real challenge for us. So, you know, they put on a great performance, especially in the first half, and I think you saw how much it meant to them at the final whistle to take points off us. So we've got to, you know, we know we're going in for a tough game next week, and we're ready for it. With that point, we clinch a spot in the Eastern Conference final, East Coast final for Nice. We might see these guys again, or we might see Stumptown, one or the other. Atlanta, we will see again actually next week. I'm saying we might see them again in the championship. How difficult is it to play the same team 6 days later? I know that's what happens in Europe in Champions League, Europa League, in those two-leg ties. Does this feel a little bit like that, a 2-2 draw? Obviously, very tight match between both teams, and we get to see them again at their place in 6 days? Well, the same thing happened with Stumptown, didn't it, really, where we played them quite close together. So it's, you know, it is what it is. It's a new league that we're trying to get off the ground, and that's the way it's worked out for this short season. But look, I know a lot more about them now than what I did going into today's game. So we look at them, we know the strengths and weaknesses, and now we can come up with a more detailed game plan to go against them, because, as I said, but there was the team that we faced tonight wasn't the team that we saw on footage against Stumptown. And even that game, the camera angle was really low, and we couldn't really tell too much. So they got our respect tonight, and we're looking forward to the challenge again next week. Coach, you were a striker, and I have to ask you about Mo, because he is now more of a winger. Okay, Joe. Yeah. So out and out number nines. You know, they feast on. It's feast or famine for them. And a lot of us had a feeling this week, because Mo got that goal last week, he was going to go on a tear. And tonight, he looked possessed. He scored twice, looked dangerous every time he touched the ball. He's in that zone now that strikers, number nines, get into. What do you do when you're coaching a guy like that, who you know is in the zone? Somebody's worked really hard and listened a lot. You know, I think where Mo's now getting his rewards, because he's transitioned from a forward that liked to come short and get involved in the build-up to somebody now who makes really well-timed runs in behind, and he gets himself into really dangerous positions. So we're really pleased with his development. It was probably frustrating for him for a few weeks when, you know, we were playing with more of a false nine, and he was kind of coming off the bench. But you saw when he gets his opportunity, he scores goals. He's a real good goal scorer, and he does it in training. We see it every time we watch him, and look, he's made it very difficult for me to take him out of the team. You know, when you get your opportunity, you've got to take it, and that's how other people stayed in the team before. And now he's come in, he's taken his opportunity, 3 goals in 2 games, and as I said, it makes it very difficult for me to change that position. The Miami FC faces this same Atlanta SC next week, October 12th. You can watch that game live on nisasoccer.com. 7 p.m. Is the kickoff time. And then we're back home October 26th at Ricardo Silva Stadium. We're so excited about this, Coach. Can't wait. Against the Oakland Roots, Halloween night. And we're going to actually have a soccer experience, Coach. Is that why you're wearing your mask? Coach, tell us a little bit about this soccer experience we're going to do on the 26th. It's going to be a great thing.
It's going to be great. It's going to be a real cool soccer experience for youth soccer players in the area. We're going to have trick-or-treating. There's going to be a camp before the game as well for the first 96 players that sign up. So it's going to be a real cool event. We're looking forward to it. We can't wait to get back into Ricardo Silva Stadium and play on it again. I mean, it's been a long time. It'll be my first time coaching in the stadium, so we're looking forward to the whole day. You know, the camp before the game, the trick-or-treating at half-time, and then, you know, trying to get 3 points on Ricardo Silva Stadium.